I'm Sean Belegian, and we're counting down the top 10 teams in Michigan high school hockey of the last 10 years, 2010 through 2019. This is State Champs, Michigan's best of the decade. Our list begins number 10. How about Brighton, the Division I state champions from 2017? The Bulldogs went 24-6-1 on the season, but they really hit their stride in the playoffs, going 6-0 and only allowing 4 goals in those 6 games. They capped it all off with convincing wins of 5-0 over a really good Northville squad in the D1 semis and a 5-2 win over Catholic Central in the 2017 Division I final. Brighton was led by Jake Crespi, who went on to play in the USHL and at Michigan Tech, Adam Conquest, who went on to Bowling Green, and goalie Logan Neaton, who went on to UMass Lowell. Moving ahead to number 9 on our list, LIVONIA Stevenson 2013 Division II state champions. I asked head coach David Mitchell for his thoughts on the team, and this is what he told me. Quote, the 2013 team was a team that finally broke through not only for Stevenson, but for Livonia high school hockey. They had it all. Goal scorers, role guys, guys that did little things that aren't as noticed, but they did what it takes to win. They did whatever it took that season, and it will always have a special place in Livonia high school hockey history. Coming in at number 8 on our list, Heartland, 2019 Division II state champions. The Eagles made it back to the D2 championship in 2019, and this team was dominant come playoff time, outscoring opponents 41-3 in their 6 playoff games. 2 convincing wins at USA Hockey Arena over Brother Rice by a 6-2 score in the semis and a 4-0 shutout in the finals over Trenton left no doubt as to who the state champion was and who certainly belongs on this list. Coming in at number 7 on our list, how about Catholic Central, the Division I state champ in 2010? I reached out to Hall of Fame coach Todd Johnson to talk about that squad. He said this team was characterized by depth, size, and skill. Within this roster, they had 14 players move on to juniors, 6 playing Division I hockey. We also had 5 other players play collegiate athletics in an alternate sport than hockey. They trusted our staff, and I'll be forever grateful to those seniors, captains and non-captains, for maintaining that hunger the entire season long. Coming in at number 6 on our list, we go right back to last year, Detroit Country Day, the 2019 Division III champions. The Yellow Jackets picked up where they left off in 2018 after winning the D3 championship and put together another solid season. But when it was playoff time, these guys only gave up 4 goals in 5 games behind the outstanding goaltending from our 2019 Player of the Year, Sam Avola. During the playoffs, they looked and played like a team that had been there and done that before. Played with the quiet confidence from the goal on out in winning back-to-back championships in Division III. Coming in at number 5, how about the 2014 Trenton Trojans? The Trojans started the season out a little slowly, playing in the always tough MIHL, but they caught fire early and often, sending legendary coach Mike Turner out as a champion once again for the final time in his illustrious Hall of Fame career. The Trojans, they saved their best for last in 2014 with 2 convincing wins, a 7-0 win over Warren De La Salle in the semifinal, and an 8-3 win over Heartland in the finals. The Trojans were deep and led by Andrew Sawyer, our Player of the Year in 2014. Checking in at number 4 on our list, how about the 2015 Division III champions from Cranbrook, Kingswood? The Cranes, they were dominant all year long with a 21-2-3 record, but once the pre-regionals hit, they kicked it up a notch, outscoring their Division III opponents by a whopping 44-5 en route to the 2015 Division III title. Austin Alger went on to play in the USHL and Canisius College. CJ Regula went on to play at Ohio State. Alex Regula was drafted by the Wings in the 3rd round of the 2018 NHL draft. He's now in the Blackhawks pipeline while starring for the London Knights of the Ontario Hockey League. Coming in at number 3, the Division II state champions, Brother Rice Warriors. I reached out to head coach Kenny Chaput for his thoughts on that squad. He said the best thing with our 2017 team was how important the glue guys were to the group. We had a lot of high-end players on that team, some that got a lot of recognition, which was well-deserved, but the overall tone for the team came from the depth and determination of our whole senior class. Down the stretch, the leadership and drive from the seniors as a whole wasn't going to allow this team to lose. Not something you see a lot, but when you have a team of players who just refuse to be beaten, it's a special feeling for sure. At number 2 on our top 10 list, we stay right at Brother Rice and acknowledge the 2012 Division II champion Brother Rice Warriors. The Warriors went on a tear in the 2012 portion of the 11-12 season. How about a span of 20 wins, no losses, and a tie as they breeze their way to the Division II title? Coach Lou Schmidt, that squad was loaded with Mackenzie McEachran not only being our very first Player of the Year award winner, but ended up being a third-round pick for the Blues and playing for the St. Louis Blues. He and teammate Thomas Ebbing also had a chance to play together for a few years up at Michigan State. And here we are, finally, the number 1 spot, and folks, this is a no-brainer. Catholic Central 2019 Division I state champs. At least we practice what we preach. All year long, both my partner and I, John Kidd, said this was the best high school team we had ever seen, and they went out and proved it. They played with a chip on their shoulder all season long. They finished with a 29-1-1 record, but when you're talking about in-state opponents, they didn't lose. They beat everybody in the great state of Michigan, and that is quite an accomplishment when you're talking about the schedule that CC plays year in, year out in the MIHL and teams from other conferences. Hey, before we get out of here, we wanted to mention 2 teams that most certainly deserve an honorable mention. How about the 2011 Division II champions from Wyandotte Roosevelt and the 2016 Division III champions from Hancock? Hope you like the list. This has been State Champs Michigan's top 10 hockey teams between 2010 and 2019. Make sure to follow us on our social media platform or download the free State Champs app and join us for the next installment of State Champs Michigan's Best of the Decade.